Hey, it's Pierre. I am doing a second review of the head Xenon 135 Slimbody. This came out in 2015-2016 season. And I did a review already, and I promised I would be back with a little bit more info after I played with it further. And I've been using it for a couple more matches and have some additional feedback. So when I tried this the first time, I felt like it was a control racket, and I wanted to take a little bit more time to kind of get used to it and see how it developed. And I actually had one of my best wins in the league here. I beat somebody who, previously had just creamed me 3-0. And I was using this racket, and funnily enough, he was using this racket too. So I don't know. Maybe it was good for me, bad for him. I don't know. But it was kind of after that match that I realized that I think I stand by what I was saying in the previous video, which was that it's definitely a control racket. I feel like, low battery. Oh, sorry. And one of the reasons it was working well is I was playing at his courts, and they were a little bit hotter, and he's a very hard hitter. And so I was finding, it was easier for me to keep the ball going just because of the pace and the heat in the court. On a colder court, I find it, I was struggling to generate enough power. I'm not a very strong hitter. I'm more of kind of try to keep my technique solid, but I do need to get some power out of the racket. And I feel like this is a good racket if you are generating good control and you want good racket head speed. It's evenly balanced, and it's easy to maneuver. I feel like the sweet spot is pretty big. You can get a good shot off and kind of feel the ball from a lot of different spots. But if it's a colder court, or if you're not as strong, you might want to look at something a bit more powerful. And I'm going to compare this to the another head racket, the Xenon 135. This is one of their older models. I mean, it's still one of their current models, but it's been around for a couple years. They're pretty similar head shapes. You'll see in the other video that the beam on the 135 is thicker, and it feels, even though they're both 135, this one feels more solid. It's head heavier, the beam is thicker, and it just feels like you're carving out your shots. And even when you go in for a drop, it's kind of giving you that nice follow through the shot. And there's less vibration in this frame. It's much stiffer. It's much deader, which I personally like. If you like to feel the ball and have a more sort of head even balance, that you can where you want to kind of feel the shots and feel the maneuverability of it, you might prefer the Slimbody 135. And interestingly, when you pick these up, this old Xenon 135 feels like it's got to be the heavier racket. But I weighed them on the scale, and the Slimbody is actually 5 grams heavier. There's variability, so it might not always work out that way with every comparison between these two rackets. But it just the head, the extra weight of this is in the grip, which makes it feel lighter. So in summary, I finally got the hang of this racket. It's definitely it's good if you're if you're on a court that's a little hotter, in my case, or if you've already got a lot of power, like Omar Mossad uses this racket, and you want to kind of add some control to your game. And I would say I'm going to do a separate review for this one, but if you're more in the vein of wanting the racket to give you some more, to help you generate some more power, I think I would lean towards trying this one. So anyway, that was my second review of the head Xenon Slimbody 135.